Good afternoon. So today I'd like to present you the project me and my colleague Thomas pursued for the past 6 months. So the project was born as a request of Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Lithuania to invest Lithuania Great Lithuania program to look into the ways how Lithuania can strengthen energy sector resilience through the effective use of NATO, EU, and Baltic Sea regional instruments. So why did this project come into the attention of Great Lithuania and MFA? So energy sector is a very important topic to look at because if we look into the war in Ukraine that just around the corner of Lithuania, we see that the energy infrastructure is one of the primary targets in modern hybrid and kinetic warfare. If we look at a Baltic Sea that Lithuania is having a shore with, we see the sabotage incidents against the critical undersea infrastructure, which number is increasing every year. And energy sector, also looking into Lithuania's loss, is one among 5 strategic importance sectors of Lithuania, which has to be protected, which infrastructure has to be especially looked at and protected by both public sector and the industry owning it.
So the problem we decided to tackle is relating to how Lithuania is located in a geopolitically volatile area. It faces heightened risks from disruptions, and this largely bottom-up approach to resilience, while dynamic, lacks standardized frameworks, regulatory oversight, and unified national strategy, which risks coordination inefficiencies and missed opportunities for engagement with international instruments. Part of what we decided to do is develop strategic recommendations to support Lithuania's energy sector, optimizing the use of EU, NATO, and regional instruments.
So once we joined the ministry to tackle this quite complex subject of enhancing energy security resilience with the use of international instruments, we immediately identified 4 areas we're going to look at. So, of course, in the center, we have Lithuania's current approach. It was crucial to understand current strengths of Lithuania, which are a lot, and of course identify the bottlenecks of where we need that support of international instruments, where the support can come in, and what can we do even better for the stronger and more resilient energy future of Lithuania. Then another focus area which was crucially important for this project was defining energy security and resilience as a whole and understanding the role of preparedness in whole of it. And here we looked into academic approaches, we looked into NATO and EU definitions, and we kind of created a base for the further questioning and basically looking at into the subject. Then another very important area that we focused on was foreign best practices. And this is approach highly recommended by the Great Lithuania program, because looking at neighboring states and partner states that already are successful in certain initiatives can reveal actually a lot of ways we can either cooperate or learn from others' mistakes and fortunes. And of course, international instruments, as identified per the name of the project, was something we looked at, and we realized that Lithuania is an active participant in most of the formats that are available. However, there's no limit that Lithuania has reached at all. The country can always be even more active, advocate for the issues identified and the challenges identified, advocate for the achievements, and attract even more support from the partners that are actually ready to step in and learn from Lithuania as well as create something together.
For this project, a lot of sources that we learned from were stakeholders within the Lithuanian energy security ecosystem. The first half of the project was spent identifying and meeting with these key stakeholders to get their perspective and understand their role in energy security. We consulted with roughly 50 stakeholders, focusing on all of the different aspects of energy security. In Lithuania, both international and domestic perspectives provided in a large understanding of the entire picture. We used a mix of perspectives from the government, industry, academia, and international organizations. As you can see, everything from Ignitis Gamyba to NATO HQ to the European Commission to Litgrid to the Lithuanian Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Ministry of Internal Affairs. These stakeholders provided the bulk of the information that we used for our analysis and recommendations.
In the duration of our project, we were very happy to had a chance to visit two of the critical energy infrastructure objects in Lithuania, being Kruonis pumped storage plant and Elektrėnai power plant. And due to time limitations, we're not going to expand too much on the very interesting findings of the excursions that are also available to the public eye. I can only recommend that if you had a chance as a private person or as a team somewhere in the ministry or private sector or strategic company, it's very definitely worthy of visiting Kruonis pumped storage plant to learn how such infrastructures are working, how difficult it is to actually protect every angle of it, and yet how much is done to actually have very secure energy flows and energy balancing systems of Lithuania.
Like my colleague Paula said, one of the things we found most importantly is that Lithuania is already a leader in energy security, especially when it comes to regulatory and response frameworks throughout Europe and in the larger around the world. However, there is still room for improvement. Some of the things we found is that more support and oversight is necessary for industry, especially standards and recommendations for physical infrastructure protection. Another thing that we found is very important is NATO Energy Security Center of Excellence is an important tool of Lithuania's energy security ecosystem, and that is being underutilized. It is based in Vilnius, Lithuania, and is being underutilized by the Lithuanian energy security ecosystem. Aspects of wartime preparedness can also be improved, which will maximize Lithuania's ability to respond to times of crises or war. And the main thing is that with its strong reputation in energy security and international recognition for initiatives such as the phasing out of Russian energy imports, building the floating LNG terminal independence, and disconnecting from the Brel grid, Lithuania is well positioned to serve as a flagship model for Euro-Atlantic partners and play a leading role in raising awareness on energy security and resilience challenges, and use critical support from international organizations and allied countries.
So what is the outcome of the project? So as the outcome, we did not only come up with a report of the whole project efforts, but one of the most important outcomes is the 22nd recommendations to the whole of energy community, meaning the public sector, the industry, the stakeholders in the academia, and it's not a definite list. It's basically to the people working with in the field of the energy security or energy sector. So here we are looking at recommendations for internal improvements of energy security. We're looking at the ways to enhancing protection of critical energy infrastructure. We're looking into the role of public and private partnerships and how can we actually use this structure of partnership even more. We're looking into wartime preparedness, meaning the enhancing cooperation with the military, enhancing trainings between the industry and military, and many other ways of basically enhancing the preparedness efforts, which in our report and our project means enhancing the resilience. We're looking into different opportunities for international onshore and both offshore energy infrastructure protection, and of course we're looking into different ways of making NATO Energy Security Center of Excellence even a bigger player than it is today, into supporting us in this huge effort of the whole country and beyond. So the 6-month project is done. We very much welcome your feedback and engagement. Although we are not going to be continuing this Great Lithuania effort as it has the limited time to it, we're very happy to connect via LinkedIn and continue the conversations on energy security. So thank you for watching.